As a cryptocurrency YouTuber, one of the things I've noticed is an overabundance of irrational price prediction videos that mislead innocent investors like you into believing that any given project can reach astronomical prices that are simply not possible. One of my goals as a voice in the space is to help you safely invest in cryptocurrency by always giving you the truth. And today, we're going to set the record straight by discussing the realistic upside price potential for Link and explain 3 real-world applications that could positively influence that price over the next 10 to 12 months. But before we get started, I want to thank all our new and returning subscribers for being part of the community and remind you to give this video a like before you leave the channel, because believe it or not, that simple act helps our videos perform better on the YouTube platform. Also, if you're interested in keeping up to date on the Chainlink project over time, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the bottom right corner so we can stay in touch. All right, let's talk about our favorite altcoin. The price of Chainlink at the time of this recording is $2.60. So I want to kick things off with this article I found. It talks about price predictions for 2020 from $3 to $1,000. So this is a wide range, and if you're in the space regularly, you hear people talk about this stuff on Twitter. You hear all sorts of different wild predictions, and this one talks about what the experts think. I'm going to go over some key points from this article with you, but I'll also drop a link to it in the description of the video if you want to read further. On January 1st of 2019, the Chainlink price was 29 cents. And if you were watching closely last year like I was, it reached an all-time high of $4.36. Now, I did the math on this for us and realized that was a 22x gain, which is absolutely incredible. And I don't mean to mislead you by telling you that big gains aren't possible in cryptocurrency. Of course they are, and that's part of the reason we're all here. But how much is too much, and will 2020 be another huge year? First, we'll talk about the Wallet Investor cryptocurrency prediction site. Now, this site uses machine learning techniques to forecast crypto prices, and at the moment, it's hot on Chainlink. But one thing I want you to remember is that these sites are bots, and they do react to recent trade action. So if over the last 3 or 6 months, a particular project you've been watching has went down a lot in price, it could show forecasts that are nowhere near realistic. But in this case, it does say Chainlink could reach $4.66 in 1 year, and up to almost $13 in 5 years. Now, a lot of us in the crypto space do believe that Chainlink will become a top 10 coin by market capitalization. And what would it take for it to reach that? For Link to crack decisively into the top 10 biggest coins at the moment, its market cap would need to double to near $2 billion. If that happened, the Link price would appreciate around 135%. Alas, with Link's current price at $2.43, of course, it's a little higher than that right now, that means such a climb would put the price near the $6 mark. Alternatively, for Link to become a top 5 coin, its market cap would have to climb to near the $6 billion mark. That hypothetical rise could lead to Link above $10 a pop. Possible. Not necessarily this year, but this is very possible. And next, I want to talk about the people who think that Link could go to $1,000. For most, it's a bullish joke made in good fun. For those very few out there who think $1,000 Link isn't out of the question in the foreseeable future, don't get your hopes up, and I agree with this sentiment. Let's do the math on this. In order for Chainlink to rise to $1,000, let's divide that by the current price just to see how much of an increase that would be. Now, that would be a 385x. And at the moment, you can see we basically have a $1 billion market cap. So what you would be telling me is that the market cap of Chainlink would need to rise to $384 billion in order for us to reach that goal. I'm not trying to be negative, but there is a very slim chance, I'm talking less than 1%. I don't even know if that would ever even be possible if we were to bubble up. But on a brighter note, if the cryptocurrency market can get extremely hot and go into some sort of a bubble, I think it is possible not only to see Chainlink at that $20 or $25 price point, but actually to see Chainlink hit $100. I do not think it's sustainable, but I do think it could be possible for a very short period of time. Do I think it will happen? Do I think it's probable? No, but I'm saying there is an outside chance. But let's talk about some of the reasons that we should be excited. This is one of the best articles I've found on Chainlink over the last couple weeks, and I needed to share it with you guys in a video, and it goes over the 3 big reasons, which I'm saying are the big real world use cases to feel good about as we move into 2020 here. So in this case, we are participating in the DeFi movement built on the Ethereum blockchain. The entire life cycle of financial agreement from custody and escrow to maintenance, execution, and settlement can be encoded into a smart contract. But these features are really reliant on external data, price feeds, exchange rates, and other variables, which need to be fetched from data providers, APIs, cloud backends, IoT devices, and other blockchains, and more. And that's when the decentralized Oracle Chainlink comes into play to give these smart contracts the external data that they so badly need. The article goes on to talk about how DeFi projects have often started out by creating their own oracles. So some of these projects built on the Ethereum blockchain tried to do this themselves. But Nazaroff is arguing that many of these projects are coming to the conclusion that entrusting this task to Chainlink is time and cost effective, not to mention up to 20 times more secure, right? Because Chainlink will have many nodes operating as opposed to just one. And if you know anything about blockchain, basically the more nodes you have, the more decentralized a network is, and the more trusted and secure it is. And if you haven't been paying attention, the DeFi movement could be huge. The total collateral locked in DeFi is currently almost $800 billion, with $1 billion value predicted in the coming years. So from $800 million to $1 billion, right? That's over 10x. Unsurprisingly then, Nazaroff sees DeFi as the right market to really focus on. So Nazaroff is a smart businessman. He realizes where to focus in on, and part of that big focus will be DeFi, but other sectors are growing too. Gaming and insurance are 2 markets which will also have an influx of users. And that's why I had a picture of the gaming controller in the thumbnail. If you were wondering why that was randomly put there, it's because Chainlink can get into working with these markets as well as esports and sports oracles, right, for gambling and things of that nature. And as you know, they're also working with Google. And, I know I'm going fast and I'm talking about one thing and another, but what you have to realize about Chainlink, if you don't know and you're new to the project, is that there are almost endless use cases for this, and it really will bridge the gap from blockchain to the outside world. And that's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about it. And you really should check out, if you haven't already and you're new to the project, you should check out our Chainlink project review video. I'll put a link either up here or at the end of the video. There I break down exactly what the decentralized Oracle is, and I go into it even a bit deeper. On the enterprise side, which is big business like Google, you're going to continue to see us working with large enterprises in different ways. The architecture we came up with Google is using BigQuery and making hybrid cloud watching applications. I know that people are building using that architecture, and I know that some of the things that are getting built are planned for production release. Lots of real-world use cases coming, lots of reasons to be excited about this project. And I remain bullish on the price of Chainlink. I do think that 10, 12, even up to $20 is possible within the next 10 to 12 months, with an outside, very, very low chance of $100. But please don't let anyone tell you that Chainlink is going to $1,000 or higher. And remember, cryptocurrency has the potential for these 25x, 50x gains. But based on my experience and what I've learned over the last 2+ years, is the safest thing to do is not to invest more than you can afford to lose, and just put 10% of your net worth into cryptocurrency. And even that is a lot. 5 to 10% might even be more reasonable. So please keep that in mind when you're playing with speculative investments like cryptocurrency. It's amazing and it has potential to moon, but it's not guaranteed. Subscribe to the channel before you go if you found value in this. Like the video, share it with a friend. Enjoy the ride, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.